Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 14, Week 3, Day 6. So today, of course, we still have the faction event going on. Of course, don't forget to get Life and Death. It is a very, very, very important pickup to end up going for, and is still available the rest of today and all of tomorrow, either through the event itself, the faction event, or through the Soul Forge. It was a little bit better overall value getting it through the event. Speaking of the event, we'll be heading forwards in the event, trying to get to one step closer to full completion. We should be able to have it by tomorrow night, I believe. Tier 3 just barely gets there, because today we're going to hit, 200. And then the following day, we'll get the other 3, probably get a Val Raven in there, and we should be exactly at full reward completion with Tier 3, which is nice. Tier 4 does give a little bit more leeway, though. But, yeah, we'll make our progress on that. Of course, one thing we're actually going to start with, we've been timing how long it takes to do the crowns underneath the new system. This system was changed in the 6.9 patch, and we most recently got to see it as of Monday. And yeah, we're mostly just going to mess around with it. And actually, let me go set it up so we can go time it. Not that one. Wait, where to go? Get rid of that. Put on timer. One moment. I'll put that over there. And we should be good to go. Come on, open. I'm going to have to click it again, because then it's probably going to open 2 of them. Let's see, do we have 1? Yeah, nope, we have 2. No! Okay, let me delete one of these. There we go. Okay, we should only have 1 now. To you guys, it probably looked like 1 the entire time, but we now indeed only have 1. Move this to the side, and we should be good to go. Let's move that so I can actually see it. But anyways, hello everyone! Hope you guys have been having a wonderful weekend. Hello, let me start from the top. Hello, Bill! Hello, Humberto! Hello, Cookie! Hello, Supernova! Hello, Jeannie! Hello, Cookie, hello, Maximus, hello, David. What is the best way to get the runic trait stones? Generally just spamming low-level Explore. Even at level 1 and just doing the battles over and over again. With, like, Rowan Quick Kill or something similar. Like, Hero in first slot, not blocking Rowan, Mirage Queen Leprechaun combo. Ends up working out pretty well for that. Also, hello, Bill. Hello, Isabel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, speaking of that, we're actually going to be heading over there, though not with that exact team. With the good old Ironhawk. And yeah, don't forget too, event keys today and tomorrow still has Ironhawk and Tesla in it. Though your chance of getting Ironhawk is pretty unlikely, but there is a chance. We actually opened some keys earlier and got it within about 1,000. Though realistically, it could take on average like 3,000 per Ironhawk, given that there are 3 mythics in the drop table. Anyways, what we're looking for? We're looking for the Ironhawk team I was just mentioning. Let's go for this one. And let's start the timer. See how long this takes. So far we've been averaging, I want to say, 7-ish minutes. Give or take a little bit here or there. Which is slightly quicker than it was before. Not by much, though. Surprisingly, pretty much the same speed. Like, it's only like a minute or 2 less than the average we were getting when it was before. But at least you don't have to worry about the ultra RNG of the very last ones. So it kind of balances out. Overall, I definitely prefer it this way, that is for sure. And of course, the event only lasts for 2 weeks now. Hey, back-to-back. Whereas before, it lasts for 5 weeks, which we won't really feel the full impact of that until later. We also get the rewards twice as quick, in a sense. Because we're getting twice as many crowns. So every single milestone we reach at a quicker pace. Which means all the juicy loot we get quicker. Unfortunately, not anything particularly good this time around in the Kingdom Pass, aside from the Bork. Which is basically like an alternative Marilith, an alternative Thrall, under some circumstances, if you're running a Mechanists Hero class. I personally haven't cared for it as much compared to the other Destroyers. But it definitely has really good mech synergy, if nothing else, as it gives them a very solid mana accumulation option that we're kind of missing. Mechs, for the longest time, have not really had particularly good mana accumulators. They're all towards the average side. Like, even Ironhawk itself is a pretty average. It's almost like Amnesia level mana accumulator, which, you know, you wouldn't really ever use her for that. And similarly, you never really use Ironhawk for that. It's because its amount of explosions isn't bad. It's just the mana cost for that amount of explosions that is not a particularly good ratio. I'll be right back. You're eating dinner? Ooh, what are you having for dinner? Which I still need to eat. So if I talk about food a bunch, it's because I'm hungry now. No, I already ate. I ate a big lunch, but because I ate a big lunch, I haven't ate dinner yet. Because I still had some burgers from the other day. So I just had that for lunch. But in doing so, it's a lot more filling than what I would normally have for lunch, if I even eat lunch. And now I'm not... well, I'm like hungry, but like I wasn't hungry earlier before the stream. But yeah, I'll just have to eat later. Soup for like the next 2 months. Oh yeah, because your teeth. Yeah, true. That soup's good though. I picked up more cream or broccoli the other day. Still haven't found a good store-bought lobster bisque yet. But I am still looking. It's out there somewhere. But no, I normally go for like cream of broccoli, cream of anything. Honestly, all those like whiter, creamier soups, absolutely love. Honestly, any creamy soup in general. Tend to like a lot. Hello, Tyrion. Hello, Chad. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Maximus. Oh, also, we will be finally... Well, no, I don't want to say the word finishing, because, gosh, at this point, I'm not sure when on earth we're finishing it. But we will be continuing Breath of the Wild tomorrow. Not Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, I mean. Will we finish the game? I don't know. I think we're going to be finding Zelda, and then maybe the Master Sword? And then hopefully the final boss? Because I'm trying not to look up any guides. If we did, we'd probably be done like 10 hours ago. But, I'm trying to do it as blind as possible. But I do want to get that game finished. One of the reasons I actually kind of want to get it finished too, so I can actually watch some other people's content on it as well. Because I've been trying to avoid every single possible spoiler as much as possible. And I kind of want to know how it ends. Yes, we will still be doing Mega Man. As far as games over the next month, like the month of May, well, for one, I'll be gone for one of those weeks most likely. I still haven't finalized that yet. I need to in the next week. But I'm probably going to be gone for one of the weeks in May. But I want to work on 2 games probably next month. Because by then we should be done with Tears of the Kingdom by, hopefully this week, with the next few days, hopefully. But next month we're going to focus on Darkest Dungeon 2 and Tears of the Kingdom. I mean, Darkest Dungeon 2 and Mega Man, I mean. And hopefully finish Tears of the Kingdom this month. But yeah, I want to at minimum do Mega Man 4. Because I probably have the most playtime in Mega Man 4, I want to say. 3 I remember the most, 4 I probably have the most playtime in, and 5 did like a weird mechanic. And I've never played 6, so I'll be going into 6 completely blind whenever you do that. But I do eventually want to play the 6th one as, it was technically the last Battle-Man network game they ever made. And possibly will ever make. Because I have a feeling they're not going to release the 7th one. It's been like almost 2 decades since they released the 6. I'm actually surprised they even re-released them all. So hello, Kurtley. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I've been wanting to get around to Darkest Dungeon 2. We played it once on launch day. One single run. But of course we won because it's the one during the beta, so we already knew all the mechanics and everything. But I still failed at one of them. But for the most part it was fine. But yeah, we're gonna do Darkest Dungeon 2 as well. I really want to go and play that game more. I haven't played it since launch day, which at this point was like, well, almost 3 weeks now from this next Monday. It's one of the games I was more hyped for, and I just haven't not had time for it. Too many games. Too many games keep existing. Not enough time to play those games. I'll get around to it eventually. Speaking of which, one thing we need to slot some time for, Gems of War's next Vault event, June 2nd, that weekend. That's 2 weeks from now. Or technically 2 weeks from yesterday. I mentioned it last night as well. Okay, 2 weeks from yesterday will be the next Vault event. We're definitely going to be grinding that out, because I have, like, no Paloozas right now. Oh, is that time? Oh, sorry, time. That was 6 minutes. I didn't realize this was the 10th one already. Yeah, see, there we go. Yeah, that's not bad. 6 minutes. Seems to be about where they're falling. Oh, we got the new weapon today. Ooh, should we mess with this? Is it any good? Let me double check what its perks are. That would kind of determine if this thing is even worth using. His ability itself doesn't seem awful, but if its perks are average or below, it's probably not worth using. Where on earth even is this weapon? Let me go check it. Hello? Where is it? There it is. Okay. So it explodes your gem and then gives a bunch of armor to all allies, so you could use this as an alternative armor boosting weapon. In contexts where the stats aren't as big of a difference, like in PvP, this could potentially be an okay armor buffing method, as most other armor buffing methods boost mostly if they have higher stats. Whereas this is one that you would use at a lower statted area, like PvP and Guild War, stuff like that, potentially. Brown Purple. Brown Purple does not give it much synergy for Guild War, though. Like, what on earth armor boost ratios of Brown Purple? Like, I guess technically Guard's Avatar, but you wouldn't bother bringing that into Guild War, most likely. So yeah, that's gonna be. Then maybe this isn't a Guild War option. This weapon's ultimately not gonna get used for anything then, because that makes its only useful area PvP, and there's really little point in doing PvP these days, as far as overall loot and everything. Yeah, Explodes Gem gives a bunch of armor to all allies, boosted by Bomb Gems Destroyed, which is basically going to be 0 in most situations. Its perks that it gets are Stun First Enemy, not bad. Eliminate 1 magic from first enemy, bad. All mechs gain 1 armor, bad. And gain some armor, bad. Yeah, it's not going to be worth using. That's unfortunate. It gets a stun, but that's not enough overall value. Yeah, this isn't worth it. You're just going to use Urskia Shield in almost every situation. It's still better to end up doing. Just throw like your Urskia Shield down on your Rowain, or on your Guard's Avatar, or anything like that. Even if it is something that boosts ratios off of everything, like Tesla, I'm still not even sure you would use it in that context. Like, Tesla is probably the strongest thing you could use that hammer with. But even then, I don't think it would be worth doing over Urskia Shield, necessarily, because then you get to also live longer and everything. I don't know. But in most situations, you're still going to run Urskia Shield. That hammer is just so situational that even under the situations where it might be better, you're probably still not going to use it. But yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. I didn't really get any good perks. If I had like an enchant in there or something similar just to kind of push it over the edge, that would have been a little bit better. It did not. So what on earth is this? Oh, this is the overpriced offer thingy. None of those seem even remotely worth it. Underworld Treasure is really bad value. Shards are like, they just drown you in them. I don't even do the dailies for them, and I still feel like I have multiple times too many shards, or at least later in the game anyways. And of course, Ascension Orbs are easier to come by than ever. So none of those particularly good. But yeah, we're already halfway done with the pass. We're what, 6 days in? Yeah, 6 days in, and we're already half. Which means, that means a pass will now be done by the 12th day. Wait, is there that little leeway? Because this is a 2-week-long event, which means you can only miss 2 days. It also means you get, like, nothing from these extended rewards. I hope they buff them. I wonder if that's something on the forum that's been discussed at all yet. Because we actually get a lot less of these Royal Pass rewards, and they were obviously balanced when you were getting a lot more of them. So I wonder if they're going to buff the kind of loot you get here, because they could use a little bit of an update now that you're only going to get 2 sets of them, compared to before where you got multiple upon multiple sets if you kept doing it every single day. But yeah, I didn't even realize that. There's only 2 days you can miss until you need to start spending gems or something similar. Technically, you could also spend money, but it is so pricey. It's basically $1 a tier, which a little bit too much. Might as well just use the 100 gems. But yeah, only 2 leeway days. That is not a lot. Before it had, gosh, like almost 2 weeks of leeway. It was like a 5-week-long event that had like a week and a half of leeway as far as how many you could miss. Whereas now it's only 2 days you could end up missing. We get there in 12 days, or another 6 from here. Alright, anyways. So, in other news, let's go run the faction. We still need to go get the faction event done. Obviously, we're not going to be completing it completely tonight, but it'll be one step further that we won't need to worry about later. Let's go get rid of that, bring this up, bring that up, and yeah, let's go to the faction event. Still going to be running with the same team we were running earlier. We started with a quick kill, not wrong event. Oh, we should probably do this battles too. But we started with a quick kill Guard's Avatar team. And now we have shifted into good old Iron God Zolgoth, as you'd expect from high-level delves. And we do have access to Thrall Leprechaun, which makes this even easier to end up doing overall. Also, hello, Ginky! Hello, Tone! Welcome, welcome. That was the question. I missed the question. What about Old School RuneScape? Oh yeah, we're still going to be doing Old School RuneScape. The main thing I've been waiting for on Old School RuneScape is an update where they basically fix their disconnection system. It's an always live service game, so if you ever disconnect, that is extremely detrimental, especially on our account that is trying to be a single life account that can never die. And I've been waiting until they implement a new feature where you disconnect, you automatically get teleported to safety. It's a new feature that got pulled about a month ago, a month and a half, whenever it was. Pretty much when we last streamed the game. And I've kind of been waiting until they release that feature. The main reason they haven't done it yet is they're actually releasing a pretty big content update on Wednesday, but it's mostly PvP related, so I likely won't be interacting with it. They're like re-releasing Bounty Hunter or something. Or at least Old School RuneScape's version of it. It was a pretty big update back in 2008, I want to say. Was probably the, when it came out, way back when. But yeah, they're re-releasing it finally in the Old School update thingy. But their priorities have kind of been on that. So, unfortunately, they haven't done the other update yet. They did the farming update, though. But that's not particularly interesting to watch. Let's see. It's about the same as, like, plucking flowers in Animal Crossing. It is the near equivalence of doing that. Let's see. What battle we on here? Get the tier 5 over here. You're pretty sure the devs gave AI our team? Wait, what team? FYI, don't look at next week's epic trial. Wait, why? Wait, what is the next week's event week? I don't remember. But there's an easy way to check without me going to Terran's world. You can actually see it through the world event thingy. Let me go check real quick. Why? Is it one of the worst ones? I know there are some worse than Pan's Veil. As hard as it is to imagine such a thing, there are some that are actually harder than Pan's Veil. Stormheim? Okay, we can check Stormheim. I'll double check with the in-game method though. So if you ever want to know what the next campaign week is, without having to go to Terran's World or something, you can check what the banner is on the given artifact. So right now, for example, we can see that it's a Donna background. And next week we can see it is a Stormheim background. And the week after that we can see it's a... I forget that one. It's not Groshnak, is it? Not Groshnak. Is that other weird one? Is it Groshnak? Groshnak background. The only problem is you need to know what the backgrounds are. Which I remember most of them, but sometimes they slightly get me. Some of the ones I have not memorized as well. Anyways, what's wrong with Stormheim? Oh, are they using like the meta giant team while we have something bad? Is that what they're doing with it? Wait. Not quite. It is using Ural Fire Giant. But it's not like the super meta. It's not using that resummon one, luckily. I don't know, what do we even have? We have true damage. That's not bad. We have, you do basically nothing. Zephyrus, you also do basically nothing. Remove all blue gems, deal a bunch of damage to an enemy based on gems removed. Yeah, Storm Knights are our entire team. Interesting. The biggest concern is Ural Fireman looping. Luckily he's in last slot. But I think the entire plan is just kill Yerl with true damage very quickly. Like, very, very quickly. Yeah, that seems like the plan. I don't see any other way forward that could possibly win. You literally just have to rush Yerl. And you can't even do physical, because all the physical ones hit a random one, do they? Deal damage to an enemy. No, you're targetable. Random enemy. Yeah, that was the one I thought was random. And Zephyrus is split. So yeah, the only realistic way is just spam Storm Knight until it dies. And there are two ways to do that. Put him in second slot and do it that way. And don't care if he ends up dying. Or put him in like a super safe position. I almost feel like... the reason I want Zephyrus behind it is because it has Air Link. So it can get some yellow mana into it. But yeah, that's going to be basically a rush against the Ural timer. You do need to make sure to deny every single red though. So he doesn't get it. Giving them yellow and everything else seems fine. Because these are just going to be random poke damage that isn't really going to do much. Fire Giant is bad if he gets a kill. As long as he doesn't do the final blow, you're fine. And as long as you kill Ural, you basically auto-win. For the most part. Not literally auto-win, but it definitely is the biggest threat by far. Yeah, that's not going to be a harder one. That's even going to be harder than the one we had. That's going to be even harder than Pan's Veil. Oh, that's going to be a nightmare. We're going to spend like half of next week just doing that faction. You do realize that, right? I mean, not faction. I mean those trials. That is going to be awful. And the worst part is, I'm not even at the trial section yet. I'm on tier 9, so I still have to do tier 9, tier 10, and then the 5 trials. So we have to do 7 fights. It's basically 1 per day. So we'll probably do slightly more than 1 per day. Like at the beginning, we'll probably do like 2 of them or 3 of them just to try to get to the trials themselves. Anyways, let's keep going with the faction. I want to use every last sigil we have today, which seems to be 3 unless we get another Valraven. Did we already get a Valraven? Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. Not sure if we did yet. Yeah, the biggest threat will be this Ural Fire Giant synergy. Because as soon as Fire Giant gets a kill, it's over. Because then Ural has full mana, and then you die. Yeah, that's gonna be quite the nightmare. Mostly how it goes. Can't be too bad. Though honestly, it'll probably be top 5 worst possible kingdom in the entire game for trials. But luckily, you can't get much worse than that. Though there's probably a kingdom out there that is worse. That's pretty high up there for almost worst trial. Pretty sure the forum will be on fire during that week. They already talk about it even on some of the easier weeks. Like, this week was super easy with the Panther thing. I think we did them all in one night, didn't we? Didn't we do them all on, like, Monday or Tuesday this week? Like, I almost forgot we even did them. They went so quick. I think it was the quickest week yet. Pun intended. Wait, did I just make a pun? Or is it someone else? You like the new campaign? Yeah, honestly, I really enjoyed a new campaign system. It's much better than what they had before. It's always weird because they make... whenever they do quality of life stuff, sometimes it's insanely good and sometimes it's insanely bad. For example, Trials, insanely bad. While I do enjoy doing some of them, they're not balanced particularly well. So in that regard, they're kind of bad. But I do enjoy doing them when they're actually balanced. But some of the actual good quality of life was, you know, the campaign rework, the one that we had last December when they ended up doing the whole orb change and stuff like that. I think those are some of the better ones. Yeah, I'm not surprised the forum is already talking about it. I haven't been checking the forum as much recently. I used to so much in the past. These days I'm like barely on it. I kind of stopped using it a lot when the devs themselves stopped using it a lot, like the main developers of the game. Because back in the day, you used to be able to talk to them like daily on the forum. Like they were always there. And about a year or two after they kind of left being on the forum regularly, I kind of stopped doing the forum as well. This is one of the main benefits was being able to like talk to them directly. And for them to actually see the feedback. They haven't checked it probably in years. Like, they probably still check it, but you know, to nowhere is near the degree that they used to back in the day. Was it 15 minutes for all of them? Wait, was it really that quick? Yeah, it was super easy this week. Honestly, a lot of stuff we got this week was good. We got super easy trials. We got a Tesla buff. We got a Bombot buff. Ironhawk didn't get nerfed. You can get Ironhawk in the event keys. Even right now you can. Tesla as well. You get both of them still in event keys. And on top of all that, we even got Life and Death this weekend for anyone who doesn't have it. We got a lot of amazing things this week. Despite almost no new content coming out this week, everything that we had was actually kind of good. Even though most of it was just recycled content. I did get a new troop from the faction event. It's pretty bad, though. Oh, why did I do that? They were literally the only thing on the team. I was, like, pointing at her. It's like, ah, you're more of a threat. But he's literally the only thing on that team with immune to Devourer. I click on him. Which, even if you have a 100% Devour chance, immunity does not do anything against it. Or, you know, it protects against it, I mean. As in, the Devourer doesn't do anything against it. Another one down. And we got 2 more whole sets as well. And the sigil gets consumed up front, so that means we get to 190 if we don't get another Valraven. And we only need 1 Valraven between today or tomorrow to have enough to do them all. So as long as we get that, we will have enough sigils, because we get another 3 tomorrow. We're going to get another 2 when we get the Valraven. And that should be barely enough for us to get the total amount of points, as that should get us to 240. And I believe you normally get enough points by 230 on how deep you need to go, assuming you do every single room and don't lose any Valravens or battles. Which makes it a little tight, but if you do it at a tier 4 and get the weapon, you have a lot more leeway. If you do tier 3, there's just barely enough to get it done. Which is why we normally go for tier 3. That's enough to get 1 copy of the troop so you can go back it. which gives the kingdom another star. Silver Necropolis is... did I even mention that during the thing? I mean, Silver Glade, I mean. But yeah, Silver Glade reaches 23 stars as of yesterday. It's not really that important, but, you know, it makes it 10, 20 star a little bit easier, and 5 star if you're earlier on in the game. And that's pretty important because this is a magic-based kingdom. So every single one of those is an entire permanent magic bonus, which is always nice. So why am I clicking on Underworld? That's not where you do the event. Even though it's an Underworld-related thing, you don't actually click over to the Underworld to do it, oddly enough. Hello, Random Walk. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Sushi Ninja Vidar. Say hi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What did Genki mention? Saw a comment on it. I don't see her actual other comment though. This was mentioning something in her stream. I haven't seen her stream in a while. Well, it's because I'm normally not up in the morning when she normally does this stream. That's my sleep schedule's all out of whack, but my sleep schedule's actually been pretty normal lately, surprisingly somehow. It hasn't done that in a while. Let's see. What do we need here? We'll throw that down. Oh, we don't have lethal. Come on, he's just one skull away. You make us have to devour him for an insta-kill. Ooh, we almost got a level. Slowly but surely. Our goal, jokingly, this year was to hit level 1,869. And, we're almost halfway there. We're getting there. Because there's no way we're gonna hit 1,900, so I was like, with the funny number. Because that one's a lot more realistic. We've still got a ways to go, though. Because technically halfway would be 35, maybe even 36, depending on how you look at it, because of how it increases. But halfway is 35, and that'd be the end of next month. We'd have to get that many levels. That means by the end of next month, we would have to be level 1,835, which means we would have to gain 12 levels between now and the end of next month, basically. This we're pretty much already at the next level. Just like one level every 3 days. Which is possible. But you'd have to grind quite a bit. If nothing else, we have 2 Guild Wars between that time. Actually, one of them is next week, by the way. We have Guild War next week. That'll be a time we can get some extra XPs. And I believe we lost last Guild War? I don't remember. Which is actually a good thing if we do, because then we move back to Bracket 5. I actually have no clue what bracket we're in Guild War. The lower we are, honestly, the better. We've kind of been hovering between 3 and 5 or so. And ideally, we actually want to stay in Bracket 5, or keep going from Bracket 5 to 4, back and forth. The only problem is when you make first place in 5, if I'm not mistaken, you go all the way to 3. And it does give you a little bit extra gems, but then, you know, you don't do as good in 3 because it's harder opponents. Yeah, we'll find out next week. I can't remember if we did Paragon or not. I'm pretty sure we lost once. I don't remember. We'll find out for Paragon, because if we're Paragon, then we definitely did not lose a single time last time. I could have sworn we did lose twice on one of the days. Like, we went 5-0 perfect on, like, every day, but lost twice on one, I'm pretty sure. If I recall correctly. We had one really bad day, but the rest were pretty much flawless. Oh, did you just pick 2 turns? Where did you get that extra turn from? I didn't even see it there. Super overkill. Even his base damage. You know it's super overkill when Ironhawk's base damage is enough damage in a given moment in time to actually secure a kill. Even if it didn't have the Devourer on it. Yeah, we lost twice on Yellow Day. I still need to go change my Yellow Day team. Oh, you know what we could try? I was mentioning it earlier with the Bork. And I was mentioning it somewhat jokingly, but we're honestly going to do it. We're going to replace Gorgotha with Bork. That new mech thingy that we got the other day. Unfortunately, free-to-play players don't get it until 5 days from now? So unless Brown Day or Yellow Day is super late into the week, you might not be able to use it for Guild War. But yeah, we're going to test out the new Bork. We got it on the second day of the event. Third day. Second? Third? Second. So last Tuesday. But we haven't really gotten to test it yet because this is the first Guild War for it. And we can run it with Mech class. We can run it with pretty much just what we normally run. Except change the hero class to Mech instead of Elementalist. And see if we can get the Bork rolling really quickly. Biggest issue with that team is we're still not going to have Devour. We're still distinctly going to lack a... not Devour, I mean Empower. We're going to distinctly lack an Empower option. But beyond that, yeah, we're just going to test the Bork. It will die very quickly in first slot. However, it'll mana accumulate way quicker than a Gorgoltha will. So we're trading out tank ability for a 6 mana cost instant mana accumulation. I will probably try to +3-1 the colors, though the only problem is I don't think we're going to have a link for it, so we might not be able to. Might be the only problem there. Because ideally you'd kind of want to do it like a Thrall, but unlike Thrall, he doesn't have a +1 attached to him. Whereas one insanely good thing that makes Thrall even more powerful is he does have a +1 already there. Which makes it really easy to get the +3 so you don't have to Surge. Whereas with the Bork, if we don't Surge the brown or the yellow, it's not going to get full mana. Oh no! Come on! Why did I click that? I'm like just trying to click something to kill it. And I clicked the thing that has a Bless. The only thing on his whole team with immune to death. Second time to stream we've done that now. Where we have tried to devour the very obvious thing immune to devour. Oh, also we did get a Valraven right there. Nice. It didn't even fully render in my brain yet, but yeah, we just got a Valraven. So we don't need to worry about getting a Valraven now. So yeah, the 3 battles tomorrow will be enough for us to go finish out this event. Perfect. Well, we did the bare minimum for getting this event done. Which is basically tier 3 into just making sure you don't lose any of the battles. That normally gets you to the mid-200s, and the mid-200s is enough to get every faction done. Whenever they have the weekend faction event. Because you need more points overall for those events compared to the Tuesday ones. The Tuesday ones you can sometimes do without even spending any gems. And at most 30. Whereas the weekend ones you could do with a 210 gem. If you go for the weapon, then you'll definitely have enough. Because then you're at 410 gem and have the 3 or 4 extra sigils or so, however many it is. Which gives you like leeway to miss a Valraven or lose a fight. Or even both. As long as you go flawless on it with the tier 3, it is enough to complete it. And we do get a little bit of rewards when we go through it all. You end up getting, I believe, 4 orbs and 2 vault keys, as well as a few other scraps in here, like the ingots and stuff. Which, you know, that's not bad. Plus you get all the loot along the way from just these battles. Plus it's 2 times multiplier the whole time, which is always nice. You can get that extra loot from every single one. Had the KFC team. It's not going to have any other chickens on it, though. It's just going to be the one chicken. I'm trying to think of what the team would even be. Because we're probably running the Weaver variant. Oh no, we'll find out on Yellow Guild War next week. Because I'm pretty sure I'm not running on Brown Guild War, just Yellow. Because this is the main one that we lost last time. So we'll overhaul the team and make it a Bork-focused team. And see what that can end up doing ultimately. That's great to hear, Ginky. Yeah, mental health is very important. Something not particularly prioritized in America, unfortunately. With the healthcare system, or lack thereof. Let's see. We'll take that one over. The Robot Chicken team. Oh, gosh. Does Cartoon Network even run Robot Chicken anymore? Does Cartoon Network even exist anymore? I know it, like, kind of does. Aren't they, like, slowly going out of business or something? Yeah, they were amazing back in the day. During the golden age of animation. That time has kind of passed. Because I know for sure, the kid shows that used to exist when I was younger are substantially better than the kid shows that exist today, somehow. And I don't understand why, because the technology to make them better is way higher now. Yeah, like 2 decades ago, they were better. Or at least I feel so. I might be biased because I lived during it, but I don't know. When I compare it to what exists today, most of them are not particularly good compared to what we had in the past. Just a few decades back. Oh no, agile. That would have been lethal. But it dodged. Up, and it death packed. Any other way you want to not die? Can't possibly dodge that. There we go. Not like he even has that mechanic. Yeah, she managed to avoid death twice. Not ideal. Yeah, 25% revive. Honestly, probably the most annoying mechanic in this entire game. Because it's low enough where most of the time it's not going to happen. But then when it does happen, it just feels that much worse. And none of the summons from it are even good. They're just annoying. With the one exception being Baby Dragon, off of Dragon Egg and Dragon Soul. Because those could potentially become like a Mythic Dragon, as well as any of the Gem Dragons and stuff like that. Which honestly is probably the most intimidating 25% revive in the entire game. Is Dragon Egg. And technically Dragon Soul. Dragon Soul actually has a much higher chance. The 50% chance, and it comes in with full mana. Meaning it's very likely it gets a summon. Actually, back in the day, Dragon Soul used to just resummon itself. But now it's a 50% chance it'll summon a full mana Baby Dragon. I'll catch you later, Chad. Thanks for stopping by. The Obsidian Libram. Oh yeah, I haven't been using that weapon much. It's a really good mana accumulation weapon. I'm not sure if I would use that with Bork, though. Because I feel like Bork is enough. Like, once you get Bork rolling, it's just Thrall, basically, with Bomb Gems. Although those Bomb Gems can sometimes take away from your mana, oddly enough, rather than actually give you more. Oh, why did I do it on you? I forgot. The one that doesn't have immune is you. It's one of those battles that only one of them lacks immunity. And it is the second slot guy right there. At least we damaged him enough that we can just poke him. And of course, because the other one has immune, we'll go for the other poke. Get the Zolg off in there. So we'll hand out a code as soon as we run out of sigils. And then tomorrow we'll be able to finish it, because I highly doubt we're getting a Vow Raven in there. Oh, there's a small chance we could, though it's very unlikely. But you never know. Alright, let me not try devouring him this time. Also, the title of the stream says that we would open Vault Keys. I'm not sure why we're getting to those Vault Keys. We probably will at the end. There's not going to be that many, though. It'll be a very... Also, why do we keep getting the battles with triple immune? I'll still open a few of them this stream, see if we can get lucky on those orbs so we can go update those numbers. Similar to what we did for... Oh gosh, what's that mechanic called? Similar to what we did for the Mimic chest, where we kept track of it for a year. I'm doing the same with the ingots and everything. Just keeping track of how many orbs we get total within a year. That's for the fun of it, so to kind of keep track. And then we'll probably have some kind of new mechanic to keep track of by this summer. Honestly, 7.0 will probably bring it in. We don't have an official date for it, but it is definitely this summer. If I had to guess, probably this August. That tends to be about when they do the super big update, if it's the summertime. Like the tail end of the summer. Hello, David. These new trial things for the kingdoms, are they supposed to be easy or nearly impossible? Oh, they're supposed to be nearly impossible. They're definitely supposed to be nearly impossible. Though this week they're pretty easy. Because we have an insta-kill option. But no, most of them are nearly impossible, especially if you have lower stats. And even with higher stats, they are absurdly annoying. Also, seriously, why do we keep getting the immune? It knows we're using this team. I feel like every other battle is the triple immune battle. Though there are multiple of them, so it's kind of easy to get multiple. Alright, one more. And then tomorrow we should only have to do 2 more. Because by 2:30 completion we'll probably have enough, and even if we don't, we still have 1 sigil left. Which means we will 100% get it done by tomorrow. And then we'll go clear all the other dailies and see if we can get anything good from them. I didn't even check what the adventure board was today. I'll check after this, and then we'll go hand out code. We'll go finish out this floor, hand out code, and then go clear out the dailies and end it with a few Volkies. See if we can get at least 1 good pull tonight. But yeah, I do hope they post the roadmap soon for the rest of the year. The only thing that we know that's happening is up to June, and I actually completely forget what next month's thing even is. But we know up until June, and beyond that we don't. So whenever they do the next roadmap, we'll actually know when the 7.0 patch date, which is probably the biggest thing I would assume happening in Gems of War this year, as is the big .0. Not sure what they have planned for it, but we'll find out in pretty soon. As it's likely releasing within the next few months. Let's see, what was the big .0 for the previous one? I actually don't even remember some of the more recent ones. I know 2.0 was, well, 1.0 was launch, 2.0 was traits, 3.0 was underworld, and honestly, I always keep forgetting what every single .0 was after that. I feel like they downscaled the .0s a little bit after that point. So did we just get the immune room again? Oh no, this is the one with 1, that's fine. Treasure map rework? No, I don't think that would be a .0 patch. Oddly enough, treasure map wasn't even added in a .0 patch. It was added in 1.5. Also, despite the inverted kingdom here, or, you know, when it, like, inverts the order that you need to do it on, I don't think I've actually misclicked on any of the rooms yet, which is rather surprising. I think it's because you actually kind of start in the same location for both, but where you go after that changes. Because both of them you start on the 2 tier 5s. And the location of the 2 tier 5s is actually the same for both. Which is where you lead your follow-up changes based on which layout it is. Oh, we have exact lethal. Oh, no, Burn did 3 extra. Never mind, it's not exact, but it would have been exact. Oh, wait, don't do that one. Anything is to kill. Also, once again, no Deathmark kill. I almost forgot we even have Deathmark gems. Honestly, what do you guys think of the Deathmark gems? Particularly people who've been around when Lycanthropy exists. Because honestly, I have not found them to be as annoying as Lycanthropy. I'm not sure if they just lowered the frequency compared to Lycanthropy or what. But honestly, I keep forgetting they're even there sometimes. The Deathmark gems this season. Oh no, there's that baby dragon summon thing I was talking about earlier. You actually got to show it off. The 50% dragon soul thing. That will kill it before it becomes a dangerous dragon. Yeah, it's a little bit annoying overall, but honestly, it's a utility that can be used for some modes. Like if you're doing high-level delves and you're finding it hard to do a given one, like if you're trying to do 500 pure faction for something, you could utilize those Deathmarks to try to kill them and cheese them. It's one of those event times where you can use the mechanic to do harder pieces of content. Later in the game, that's not as important though. But as you're progressing through the game, trying to get those pure factions done and stuff, you can kind of cheese it with Deathmarks. Might take us several attempts, but you'd eventually get lucky. Hello, Key Collier. Welcome, welcome. Great when you have a troop like Egg Thief. True. I haven't been using Egg Thief much lately. She's really tanky because she keeps summoning something while having stealthy, and the summon that she summons is really bulky while not having stealthy. So you have to keep targeting her summon. It kind of reminds me of Angry Mob in that sense. I think her biggest issue is having the gold to get it rolling, though. She starts a lot less destroyed than like a Thrall or a Marilith or a Bork or, you know, any of the other mini mass destroyers. She's generally used in gold farming teams, but gold farming teams haven't been good in a while. Like, they're not bad right now in the current state of the game, but they have fallen quite a bit from their peak usefulness. But if gold farming team ever makes a comeback, you know when Egg Thief's going to be really good? When they add booty gems next season. Egg Thief will be very, very strong, especially if there's a booty storm to go with it. We still don't know if we're getting the booty storm, but I hope we do get the booty storm. But if we don't, then that will make Egg Thief not as good. But hopefully whatever booty gems do actually makes Egg Thief viable again. Because it sure sounds like it does. Like, booty gems sound like you take it or destroy it, and then it does something small to the board and you gain a bunch of gold. Because that makes a interesting mechanic actually useful, is if you can create a booty storm or even just give the enemy booty gems, you can actually use their gold against them, because there are quite a few troops within the game. Oh wow, we're almost already done. Wow, we're gonna get a 220. We don't need 230 because of all the extra multipliers here. Nice, because yeah, this is a pretty heavy tier 5 location. Because if booty gems do give a bunch of gold, you can actually give the enemy a bunch of gold. And there are actually things that boost based on enemy gold. More than just her, but I'm pretty sure they have in a different word syntax. But there are troops that actively boost based on how much gold the enemy has. It's more than just a street thief, but they're worded differently. But yeah, there are multiple troops that can boost ratio from enemy gold rather than your own gold. And those troops will be a little bit better as of the booty gems, most likely, assuming they're gold related. Anyways, let's go ahead to the code. Oh gosh, never mind. No wonder why I didn't do adventure board. There's nothing on it. Well, we're done with the adventure board. That was quick. Let's go do dungeons. Oh, come on, trap already. Oh, if that wasn't a trap, that would have been it. If we would have done that yesterday, we'd have been good to go. Okay, let's just bring out Zolgoth for it. And let me go hand out the code. I said we'd do it after faction, and that is faction complete. Well, until tomorrow. We still have to do one more floor, and then we'll be done. But here goes. There is the redeem code. Use on gemswar.com underneath the game code section. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu. Redeem code is right over there in chat. Just copy paste the random numbers and letters. And give same loot as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Enjoy, everyone. Yep, no problem. And definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. And as I mentioned, tomorrow, Gems of War stream, normal time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go over all the weekly spoilers, all the normal stuff. During the day, we'll probably be finishing, quotes, the Tears of the Kingdom. Maybe, possibly, I have no clue. There's so much game in that game that I have no clue if we will finish or not. It depends how we stumble into it. Because if we stumble into the direction that is the conclusion, then we'll probably finish it within hours. If we keep doing things that I don't realize aren't actually helping us lead to the end, then we probably won't be done by tomorrow, but we'll see where we are. Because my plan for tomorrow was to get all the memories, which are basically like all the Zelda cutscenes, so that we could try to find Zelda, or I assume that concludes in that. And then try to figure out how we get into the like the end final sequence. Which one thing I haven't done yet that we might need to try is explore the big hole underneath Hyrule Castle. Because while I went down to that area, I've never specifically went to the one underneath the castle itself. Yeah, no problem for the code. So that was Supernova. They give up as an increased gold bonus. Wait, they may give us an increased gold bonus. Oh, to where you have maybe like a 300 or 400 cap? I'm not sure if they would do that. Because at what point would it cap? Like if there was a gem that increased your gold cap, they would have to have a cap on that cap. Because otherwise you get to literal tens of thousands of gold per battle. They would have to cap it at like 1,000 or something. Cap the cap. Because if the booty gem did something like increase your cap by 50 or 100, there'd have to be some kind of max cap on that. So it doesn't go like too out of hand. Oh, there we go. We've done all the things. And someone claimed the code for us. Thank you, Isabel, whoever did that. Alright, next, let's go and run a couple Valkeys. It's in the title, so might as well do it. We'll open like 10, 20. Not too many tonight, but we want to get a few in there. See if we get lucky. Update our ingot numbers some. I mean, not ingot numbers. I mean the orb numbers. No, ultimately, that is probably what we're going to be doing. You just upgrade the ingot number by like 2. Unfortunately. Ideally, we won't be doing that, but you know it's going to happen. Where on earth is my team? Like, it exists somewhere in all this mess. Hello? Where's the normal? I need to rename these because I do not notice them at all. There it is. That's the one I'm looking for. You would love 999 gold. I don't know, that would be a rather interesting mechanic because we haven't really had such a mechanic in the game as of yet. That would be pretty cool to have. Like a gem that can actually raise your cap. Because obviously there are troops that can raise that percent. But there's no mechanic that just simply does it. Like there's no ability that's like, hey, raise your cap. And there's no gem that also does it either. So having either or could actually be a relatively interesting mechanic. As it would definitely make soul and gold related teams a lot better. Not only for farming the resource, but also combat wise. Because that also raises their max damage for various abilities. They have boost ratio towards those two things. What time are we doing the Zelda stream? Probably around 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. And we're probably doing it most of the day, 10-ish hours. Unless we finish the game, in which case we'll end it there. But yeah, that stream could be anywhere from like 3 hours to like 11 or 12 hours long. And even if it is 11 or 12, there's a chance it's not even over then. Well, we could also be like 3 hours away from the end. I honestly have no clue. Hard to tell. All I know is that game is almost guaranteed winning Game of the Year. It's probably the most fun I've ever had with a Zelda game ever. Not even close. The Ocarina of Time was pretty good. Like, Ocarina of Time, compared to the standard of when it was released, was absurdly good. And while it somewhat holds up today, it is a rather dated game at this point. This is over 2 decades old. Which at this point, almost 3 decades old. Not quite 3, it's like 2.5. I get distracted a lot. I know, I keep picking up every item in existence. I do that in every game. You can't just put 1,000 items on the ground and expect me not to pick up at least 90% of them. Oh, we got a Volky in our Volky. I'm glad in Gems of War almost every resource stacks infinitely. There's one thing I hate with games like that too, because I always like picking up everything, is resources that hit a max cap. And one nice thing about Gems of War is almost no resource in the game actually hits a cap. Not only can you farm most of them infinitely, but they also can just get infinite stacks. Like every single thing here, I'm pretty sure without exception, is there even one? Can reach any amount. Like all these can reach infinite, 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 infinite. Yeah, every single resource you see under your inventory in Gems of War, they can all reach an infinite number. Except for guild keys, as it's actually impossible to get these anymore. And adventure keys because there's some other gimmick thing. Because they're not really keys, but all these other keys can. Let's see, but all those can, all those can, all those kind of can, but not really because they're kind of money locked. All those can, all those can, all those can. Well, not those are artifacts. All those can. But every single thing in your inventory essentially can be, has no cap. You can get as big of a number as you want in any of these numbers. Also, how on earth do we almost have more arcanes than some of the things? Oh no, those were runics. Hey, how are orb stacks looking? Wow, we can max so many Doom weapons. And we have enough to max 9 mythics right now. Without even going into any niches, we can max 9 mythics out. That is amazing. I need to go use these soon. We're gonna have like a mega stream at one point. I'm not sure when. But maybe sometime later next month, because that'll technically be the 7th year of us streaming. Even though we had the 7-year anniversary to channel, when we didn't start streaming until a couple months after, which would be later next month. But maybe at some point then, we'll go use almost every pet orb and every gold orb we have. Because those are some of the most valuable resources in the entire game, particularly this late in the game. It'd be fun to use a bunch of them. I need to figure out what on earth I want to allocate them all on first. As they're pretty valuable. Okay, let's open one last Volky and end it there for tonight. So tomorrow night, same time as usual. Hour prior to now tomorrow. And we'll also go over all the spoilers for the week. Though last I recall, not much is happening next week. Like we have Guild War, but the rest is pretty standard, unless I'm forgetting of something. But it is the final week of the Kingdom Pass. Do keep in mind, the Kingdom Pass is only 2 weeks now. So even though we just had it this week, it's already ending next week. Alright, what's our final orb for today? A major blue, not bad. Not bad. I had to use 2 blues to max the pet, so that basically, or not the pet, but the new troop this weekend. The one from the, this horse thingy. Well, this horse is so bad. But I did end up maxing it because, it's an extra star for Silverglade, so why not? Because initially I wasn't maxing them, and then I was like, might as well. It gives you a little bit extra tribute along the time for the few extra weeks you get it early. Like the 6 weeks you get it early. Plus, we don't have to end up spending Chaos Shards on it later. Though, in all fairness, I think we can splurge. We were sitting on, we don't even farm them, and we're sitting on 235k Chaos Shards. If we've been farming them all these years, we'd be at like 3 million. Or something absurd within that time. What's your Kingdom Pass level? 25. I believe it's the highest you can have without buying any extra tiers. Unless I forgot a day. But yeah, 25 should be the current max, which means in 6 days from now, we will be at 50. And have all the final rewards. Unfortunately, we don't get anything good here. The weapon doesn't do much. The troop doesn't do much. The tarot card doesn't do much. Most of them are just for completionist sake. A few yellow deep books. But most of it's just completionist stuff that you can just get at a later point. None of it's particularly good. Honestly, Kingdom Passes have been more skippable than ever lately. I still personally go for them. Just to not have to worry about getting the content later. And in case the content is good, we can kind of mess with it. Like, we'll be messing with Bork next week, which is something that people who didn't buy in the extra thing won't be able to get until later next week. But of course, we have access to it right now. So if Brown Day or Yellow Day is on like Tuesday, particularly Brown, because I want to use it on Brown Day, we can end up using it early. The only problem with that is I might not have Bork maxed by then. Because when do we get enough copies to finally max it? Oh yeah, that could be a problem. I might have to use a blue orb on Bork next week. Because if we want to have it maxed for Guild War Day, if it happens early on in the week, we don't get it maxed until free-to-play gets a copy. Because otherwise, he's going to be 1 copy off. Or possibly even more. So I might use a small blue to go do his final level. Because when do we get the next set of Borks? The next set of Borks is on the 40. Ooh, would he even be upgraded by then? I don't know, we'll find out. It's not too big a deal. Even if he's not maxed, like, I'm pretty sure we can still get away with him. He has enough destroys that even at, like, his base rarity, he'll be fine. Like, an epic rarity Bork is still a lot to destroy. It's good to destroy, like, what, 50-something? Which we can kind of check. I don't know, what's the Bork destroy number? Oh, we can even send him right here. Oh, he's gonna be at Legend. That's perfect. Oh, wait. Yeah, we can get away with this. So we go, upgrade him. Give him his levels. Yeah, I'm not even gonna need the other thing. Give him that. I want to see what this brings him, though. How many Gem Destroy is this? 43. And that's without Nisha, right? So that's not that bad. Oh, wait, that's not what I want to check. Yeah, 53. That's with 8 magic and 20% mana start. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. That's not a full board clear, but you know, with the bomb gems, it pretty much is. We're pretty close to it. Yeah, that's not bad. Obviously, it'll be a little bit more when maxed. That's still a pretty sizable amount. Anyways, guys, we're going to end it here for now. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend. Stay safe out there. We'll be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. I'll finish out Tears of the Kingdom tomorrow during the day. And by finish, I mean, I'm not sure. We'll make progress in it, if not completely finish. But hopefully we can get it finished, so we can move on to some other games. But I have been enjoying the experience with it. And yeah, we'll hopefully be able to wrap it up tomorrow. And if not, well, we'll have to figure out some other time next week to go finish it out. And we'll go from there. But anyways, guys, enjoy your weekend. I'll catch you guys soon. And have a wonderful time. Goodbye, everyone. And thanks for watching, as always. Greatly appreciated. So hello, Jason. And goodbye, Jason. Welcome, welcome.